What up, though? I am Fontaine the Titan, and I want to ask y'all a question. What set are you claiming? Right? What gang are you in? What organization do you uphold? Okay? And the reason why I ask this is because we have gotten away from being as an individual. We have gotten away from getting to know who we are, our personal selves, our internal light, our own divine spark. Okay? So we all associate ourselves with I'm a blood or I'm a crip, right? Or I'm a Catholic and I'm a Baptist and I'm a Christian this way or I'm a Muslim this way, right? So we even associate ourselves with our jobs. You the post office worker and whatever, and that's your team, and you work for Chrysler or Ford or GM, and that's your team, or you work for the government or whatever it is that you're doing. You always associate yourself with that group. You got the people out here, the PETA against the animal cruelty. Then you got your cancer relief people, and you got everybody that's all a part of a group. And people look at you funny if you say you're not part of a group. And my question is why is it important to be a part of a group? Why is it important to claim a set? Claim a block, claim a hood. Why is all of that important? Because the thing about it is that the more that you associate yourself with these groups, the more you associate yourself with these religions, these gangs, and whatever it is that you associating yourself with, you are taking yourself from your own identity of who you really are and trying to find out who you are within yourself. If you strip away what these religions, these groups, these whether you're in the army or the navy, and you take the way all of that stuff, who are you? See, that's my question. Who are you without your group, without your set? You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac say, you ain't shit without your homeboys. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So who are you without all of that going on around you? Right? So what we got to understand is there are two environments that you got. Two environments, right? You have your external environment, the stuff that you use your five senses with, touch, taste, smell, sight, hearing. That's your external environment. And really it's only one sense, which is the sense of touch. But, going by what they done told you in school, we'll just go with the five senses for right now. But it's really only the sense of touch because everything is energy and vibrations, which has to touch in order for, things to be able to manifest. However, to continue, you have a mental environment, right? So a lot of people are not in touch with their mental environment, and therefore they let their external environment control their mental environment, right? See, I've been doing a lot of stuff on mind control lately, and it had me thinking about, like, all right, everybody's out here claiming a sect, claiming a religion, claiming this, and people look at me weird when I say I'm not claiming none of that stuff, and I claim myself, and I claim the journey that I'm on, right? So let's look at it this way. Without your religion, who are you? Without your job, who are you? Without your gang, without your allegiance to your country or whatever it is that you got going on, who really are you? Because we have to get back in touch with who we are within ourselves, right? You born into a family, right? You a baby and you have no idea what's going on, and you grow up, and the first thing that they do, they're going to give you a religion, they're going to give you your nationality, and all of this other stuff that goes along with it, whether good or bad or whatever. That's what's given to you as soon as you are born, and you take that on for the rest of your life. And next thing you know, you done died, and all you got to show for your life, what do you know about yourself? That you was a Lions fan, that you rooted for the Green Bay Packers, that you love LeBron James. You see what I'm saying? Or to be a part of a group for a team that you ain't making no money off of, even though money is a concept that is just the energy, and we ain't even worried about, the money. We got to rise above the money. But let's just look at this in a way of, what are you doing for yourself to identify with yourself, right? So it's nothing wrong with being a part of a group if that's what you want to do. But I'm asking, why are you a part of a group? Why are you down with what you got going down with, right? Because my whole thing is I don't even be trying to bang on religion and bang on Christianity like that. But I was brought up in the church myself. And I had to ask myself, why am I doing this? What is the purpose of this? When I started asking questions, people started looking at me funny, like, you're not supposed to question that. You're just supposed to do it. Where in the rule book does it say that I'm not supposed to ask questions? See, when we a kid and we grow up, we ask questions about everything, right? We asked about the history. What is this? Why is that? Why this, mommy? Why that, daddy? Why this? And then after the mama and daddy get tired of telling you, they just be saying, because I said so. You get told because I said so for so many times and so long, you grow up and you stop asking questions. And people be like, all right, well, you're supposed to do it this way. You be like, okay, I'm going to do it that way. Why are you doing that? Let's start asking ourselves why again. Because when we start asking ourselves why, we get down to the root of what's going on. Okay? Then that's the big thing right here. Let's get down to the root of why we do the things that we do. Why as humans, because if you look at us as humans, humans are we're technically animals, right? The only thing that separates a human from an animal is that we have the divine spark, right? We have the consciousness to be able to be aware that we are something greater than these human bodies, right? Because if we didn't have that, we would be no different than these dogs, cats, snails, animals out here running around. You know, all we will be worried about is eating, sleeping, and reproducing, right? Which at the end of the day, that's what a lot of us are focused on. Eating, sleeping, and reproducing. But let's look at this like this, right? When you cut out all of that, the eating, sleeping, and reproducing, and the little group that you in, who are you? Where are you going with your journey, right? So it's nothing wrong with any journey that you decide to take, was whatever path it is your path. But let's stop for a second and ask ourselves why we are doing the things that we do. Because when we start asking ourselves questions, we get to unlock a light within us to be able to take us to a higher level. See, the thing about it is we have to ask ourselves questions. We have to ask the world these questions. Why is things a certain way? Why do you go to church and you eat the body of Jesus and drink his blood every week? That sounds crazy to me. If somebody told you this is what you got to do, that's what you're doing. Why are you getting baptized? Where did this Bible come from, right? You got your Bloods and your Crips out there fighting each other. Why are y'all beefing over some colors? These are a spectrum of light that we are seeing every single day, but now it's a beef because I got on the wrong color. Why? Let's ask ourselves, why are we joining the military? Why do you want to be a veteran? Why do you want to be a soldier? Why do you want to be a part of that system of the government that's telling you that you have to kill people or potentially kill people, right? That's going to be part of your job. And you will say, you how you going to be a Christian and join the military? That don't make sense. Thou shalt not kill, but here go a gun. Come on now. Let's start keeping it real with ourselves and start asking ourselves why we are doing the things we doing. Because if it's based off strictly animal instinct, then all right, eat, sleep, and reproduce. But now we got other stuff in the way, right? You out here stealing, you out here killing, you want to be involved in this group, and we're going to save the whales, and we're going to save the children, and we're going to save the dogs, and Michael Vick go to jail, and he get out, and everybody still fighting dogs and killing dogs anyway. So what we see an example of. And I'm just going old school with that, but you got all of these groups, and then we're going to stand up for this, we're going to stand up for that, and Black Lives Matter, and we're going to march, and we're going to... What are we doing all of this for, right? What are these groups proving? So who are you as an individual to even say that you're going to be involved in any of this without knowing the history, without knowing the facts, without doing research? Because it comes down to the more you know about your external environment as well, it helps you to grow mentally as well. The law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. So you have to get your mental environment together to understand your external environment. And as you understand your external environment, you will learn to understand your internal environment. So what set are you claiming, right? Why are you claiming that set? Let's start asking ourselves these questions about these groups that we in. And I just wanted to put that out there because I'm asked myself those questions, and then I started backing away from a lot of this other stuff that's out here because it didn't make sense. When you start doing the research and you start trying to figure stuff out, it's like, wait a minute, this don't make sense. This is mind control. This is mental slavery. Why am I going to subject myself to be a part of this willingly now that I got the information? See, a lot of us don't have the information because we never asked the questions. So ask yourselves these questions and then see where you end up taking your level of consciousness to. See where you take your level of your own personal light to after you start asking these questions. Because once we get these questions start being asked in the proper context, the proper research get done, and everybody start being enlightened within themselves, then we can move forward, as they say, as a people. Because we can't move forward as a people, as they say, unless we move forward individually, right? So why are you in the group that you in if it's not helping you grow, right? Or if it's holding you into a stagnant position to minimal growth or minimal understanding? You should be out here to be available to go get the information that you need from all of the sources, all of the libraries, all of the other people that you could interact with, you know? You would sit up there, you would have a Christian and a Muslim sitting together, and they won't say nothing to each other because they don't believe in the same God. That is crazy. Both of them have information that can help each other, and then you get somebody else that come in and might be able to help both of those with the information. Get out of your groups, get out of these indoctrinations, and start learning something for yourself. Pick you up some books, ask some questions, and let's take this to another level. So, hey, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Successful, peaceful, prosperous, and healthy. Like, subscribe, share, and with that being said, I'm out. Peace.